Suspected drowning in Manchester. The Alligator Pond Police in Manchester have launched an investigation into a case of suspected drowning at Coach River in the parish. Dead is 61-year-old mechanic Robert Foster of Mandeville. It is reported that about 1:30 p.m., Foster went for a swim at a popular river. He reportedly got into difficulties and drowned. The body was removed. A post-mortem is expected to be performed. Suspected drowning of 5-year-old girl at river in St. Mary. The Castleton police are probing the suspected drowning of a 5-year-old girl in the Castleton River in St. Mary. Information reaching reporters is that the child and her mother were a part of an Independence Day trip at the river. It is reported that about 4:30 p.m., the child went missing, and during a search, she was found submerged in the river. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Cocaine seized by police in Havendale, St. Andrew, 5 arrested. Police operatives from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch CTOC and the Narcotics Division on Tuesday seized several pounds of cocaine at a premises in Havendale, St. Andrew. The police say 5 persons as well as 2 motor vehicles were also seized. The police say an intelligence-driven operation was conducted at a premises in the area, which lasted for more than 3 hours. During a search, the quantity of cocaine was discovered. The occupants were taken into custody. The names of the suspects are being withheld pending further investigation. Officers welcomed the wearing of body cameras, says Commissioner Blake. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake says he is fully supportive of the wearing of body cameras by members of the JCF and added that, contrary to belief, the members of the force welcome its use. My officers welcome it wearing of body-worn cameras with open arms because this they understand it, stated Blake, who toured several police stations in western Jamaica last Friday. We have smart officers. A number of our officers are people who are highly educated, well-trained, highly skilled, and so the argument about the accountability that persons may be shying away from, let me dispel that and assure the members of the public that that is not the case. Blake, who was elevated to the rank of police commissioner on March 19, is viewed as part of the new face of the JCF, which is increasingly using technology as a crime-fighting tool. According to Blake, who was accompanied on his tour by Assistant Commissioner of Police Glenford Miller, the officer in charge of Area 1 Trelawney, St. James, Hanover and Westmoreland, he sees no reason why an officer should be opposed to the use of body cameras. Our officers are fully aware that the same body-worn cameras at times stand a very good chance of exonerating them from these or uncertain allegations against them, stated Blake. This idea the police don't want to wear body-worn cameras because of whatever intention is nothing further from the truth, but as I have always reminded my officers, and I have heard from the officers themselves, that if you don't have a camera on, you may be the only one not recording an incident from your perspective. Blake, who is seeking to fully modernize the JCF, said he is cognizant of the fact that police officers sometimes make mistakes while carrying out their lawful duties, especially in hostile environments. People do make mistakes in their operations, and that's okay. It happens everywhere. It's a very volatile environment, very hostile sometimes. Sometimes incidents that my officers have split seconds to make a decision, but we get a year, 2-3 years, sometimes to analyze and see how it could have been done differently, stated Blake. Not to say we can't learn from our mistakes, because that's what fuels our training and our development. We learn as we go along, added Blake. According to Blake, the JCF has been quite busy over the last 3 years, working diligently to build out a technologically driven communication infrastructure to support new technologies such as the use of body-worn cameras. We have been building out that infrastructure, strengthening our infrastructure, our data center, ensuring that our network communications are adequate, so that we can properly manage the products from these body-worn cameras. Blaine also explained, now that we have completed that, the next part of the project is to actually procure body-worn cameras and pin them to our members. In noting that the body-worn cameras would be useful without the infrastructure to support their use, the police commissioner said the public needs to understand that in getting the program up and running in the proper way, the requisite infrastructure must be in place. Montego Bay Mayor welcomes more than 30% reduction in murders in St. James.
We need a municipality where you can do your business and audiences are appreciated. A municipality where fear retreats, replaced by hope. If you are still in doubt about the prospect of hope, consider this. In 2023, from January 1st to August 3rd, murders for St. James were 124. For the same period this year, it is 82, a 34% reduction. This is a testament to the progress and safety of our municipality. Commendation to the parish command and the support that made it possible.
Fertilizer demand expected to grow as farmers replant after burial. Fertilizer manufacturer Newport Ferson Jamaica Limited says there should be no shortage of the critical agricultural input for the rest of the year as the sector seeks to recover from nearly $5 billion in losses as a result of Hurricane Beryl. The Kingston-based company, which says it controls 85% of the local fertilizer market, says farmers should be able to purchase all the supplies they need as they seek to recover from the devastation to the agriculture industry. There is no expected shortage of raw material for the blending of fertilizer that we can see without a doubt, said Denton, sales manager for the Newport Ferson. We have more than 3 months' supply of raw material in stock, and that is more than sufficient to meet the nation's demand for the rest of the year, he said in an interview. This should be good news for farmers who were devastated by a Category 4 hurricane force winds of Beryl on July 3rd. Last month, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining Floyd Green says assessments indicated that the agricultural sector incurred losses totaling $4.73 billion from Beryl's passage. He said the assessments indicated that 48,852 farmers were impacted and approximately 23,040 hectares of farmland were affected, and that 323,412 animals, including some orangutans, poultry, and cattle, were lost. Leonard Fulton, president of the Jamaica Agricultural Society, said the demand for fertilizer is likely to increase when farmers start replanting their crops that were devastated by the hurricane. In March 2022, fertilizer supplies on the world market were disrupted and prices soared to new heights. However, prices have been trending down after the past 2 years. What you would have seen in the last 2 years is a reduction in prices, stated the manager. When the factors that contribute to a price increase or improve, we are happy to roll back the prices, and we have shown that over the past 2 years. Newport Ferson Jamaican Limited is the Jamaican arm of Ferson, which is the headquarters in the Dominican Republic. The sales manager indicated that the company's plant located at Weir Wharf off Marcus Garvey Drive was underutilized and can easily meet Jamaica's demand. The capacity of our plant is more than 80,000 metric tons per year, and the market size in Jamaica is just over 20,000 metric tons of granular fertilizer, which is the main category of fertilizers, he said. Commenting on the importance of fertilizer to the agricultural sector at this time, Fulton said the input was needed 2 weeks after the hurricane when the farmers' fields dried up and preparation for replanting. Vegetable crops need fertilizer immediately as you replant because you have to give them the boost to develop the roots and the leaves, Fulton told reporters. In terms of bananas, 80% of the trees were destroyed, so firstly, you need to look back at the old banana stock and allow the new sprout to grow. The fields are sprayed and weedicide and fertilizer applied immediately to boost the new banana suckers, he noted. The just head explained that fertilizer is used throughout the development of banana crops at different stages. It is used in the early stages to boost the young plant and the banana once it shoots. It takes 13 to 14 weeks to mature, so fertilizer is needed at that time to ensure that the leaves are healthy. Fulton said the demand for fertilizer varies during different times of the year and for different parts of the country depending on the crops being planted and the amount expected rainfall. For example, in the case of Irish potato, the major planting season is between November and January for the Guy's Hill area, where the parishes of St. Anne, St. Mary, and St. Catherine meet. In the case of Manchester, the planting season is March to April. A lot of fertilizer is used during that time, he stated. For leafy vegetables, the majority planting season is from September through to November in places like McNish, Douglas Castle, and Cape Valley in southern St. Anne. Most of these areas are rain-fed, so we have to plant when rain is expected. He said the situation was similar in the case of root corn such as yam and sweet potato and permanent crops such as mango, in that fertilizer was needed for healthier leaves for the conversion of sunlight into food. Last Tuesday, Newport Ferguson handed over 3,000 bags of fertilizer valued at $15.4 million to the Ministry of Agriculture, Fishery and Mining to assist farmers with their recovery from Hurricane Beryl. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.